Welcome to our deep dive. Today we're heading into a part of Tokyo that often gets missed by the usual guidebooks. Sunamachi, over in Koto Ward.
That's right. This isn't your flashy Shinjuku or Ginza experience.
No, definitely not. This is a place where, honestly, every single street corner, every shop, it tells a story of survival. Real resilience.
Mm-hmm. And our listener wanted the inside scoop, the history, the hidden gems for visitors. We're talking about an area that's literally below sea level.
Below sea level. That's incredible.
It really is. It's a testament to centuries of human effort just to exist there.
Okay, so our mission today is to unpack that. How did this place, known for its sort of down-to-earth charm, become such a living piece of history, and what can you still see and experience there? Let's get into it.
Right. So to really get Sunamachi, you have to start with the land itself,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe the lack of original land.
Okay.
It's built entirely on reclaimed ground. Historically, it was known as Sunamura Shinden, the new fields of Sunamura. It's a true zero-meter area.
Sunamura Shinden. And the name itself, Sunamura, that comes from someone specific, doesn't it?
It does. Sunamura Shinzemon. He was a pioneer, came down from Echizen province way back when.
And this was after the Great Meriki Fire in 1657, right? That massive fire that basically leveled Edo.
Exactly. So huge parts of the city needed rebuilding. And he saw an opportunity, a challenge maybe, to actually create new land from the bay. It was pure development from scratch.
Just imagine the scale of that back then. Pushing the city out into the water.
It's wild to think about. And that challenge, living on land that wants to be water, it's not just history. It's visible today.
How so?
Well, if you're ever near Minami Sunamachi Station, look for this specific pole. It's got 7 rings carved into it.
Okay, a pole with rings, what do they signify?
They mark water levels, and this is where it gets pretty stark.
Yeah.
Ring 1 shows the low tide level of the nearby river.
Right.
And that low tide level is actually 1 meter above the train station's ground level.
Wow. So even at low tide, the water's higher than the station floor.
Without the defenses, yes. It shows you just how vulnerable this place is. It's constantly fighting the water.
That really puts things into perspective. What about the other rings?
Well, Ring 7, the highest one, marks the current height of the seawall, protecting the area 7 meters. It's a constant physical reminder if the Arakawa River embankment failed.
It would be devastating.
Completely. It underlines the enormous human effort needed just for daily life there.
And that spirit, that sort of ingrained resilience against the odds, it's actually preserved architecturally too, isn't it?
It is, yeah. In the Kyu Oishiki Itaku, the old Oishi family residence.
Right, the oldest private house in Koto Ward.
That's the one. Dates all the way back to the Edo period.
Yeah.
And its survival story is, frankly, unbelievable.
Go on. It's not just old, it's like indestructible.
Pretty much. Think about it. It survived the huge 1855 Ansei earthquake, then the 1917 Taisho tsunami, then the 1923 Great Kanto earthquake, which wiped out vast swaths of Tokyo.
Okay, that's already amazing for a wooden house.
And then it survived the firebombing raids of World War II. It just kept standing.
How? How does a wooden house do that?
Well, it speaks volumes about Edo period construction, especially techniques adapted for this kind of unstable, low-lying land. They knew how to build resilient structures.
Fascinating. And you can visit it now.
Yep. It's been relocated slightly and preserved within Sendai Horikawa Park. It's a designated cultural property. You can go right up to this tangible piece of centuries-old perseverance.
Incredible. So we have a town built literally on ambition, constantly vulnerable, but anchored by these pockets of incredible endurance. All right, let's shift from the foundations to the living heart of the community today.
Right. Let's talk about the Sunamachi Ginza shopping street. If you want show and nostalgia, this is your place.
That name, Ginza, always struck me as interesting for a local shopping street. There's a story there, right?
Oh yeah, a great one. So after the Great Kanto earthquake, people started setting up small shops here. By 1932, some local bigwig apparently declared they should aim high, be second to none, not even to the famous upscale Tokyo Ginza.
Huh. I love that. A bit of aspirational naming.
Totally. A working-class dream of prosperity. But, like everything in Sunamachi, it faced huge setbacks.
Or.
Yeah. The 1945 air raids basically burned the entire street, the whole area, to ash.
Just gone.
But that resilience kicked in again. Locals were determined. They rebuilt it bit by bit. By 1963, it was back, bustling. And that's the vibe you still get today, that authentic post-war built-it-ourselves energy.
So what's it like to walk down today? It's not high fashion, obviously.
No, it's all about genuine local life. It's about 670 meters long, just packed with traditional vendors. You smell grilling yakitori, you hear shopkeepers yelling greetings, you see people buying fresh vegetables.
Real neighborhood stuff.
Exactly. And the key thing, especially if you're visiting, is the suzai.
The prepared foods, like ready-to-eat dishes.
Yep. Forget fancy restaurants for a bit. This is incredible, handmade, authentic Tokyo street food. And it's famously affordable. That's a big draw.
Okay, specific recommendations. Any hidden gems among the shuzai?
Definitely the fried stuff. Our sources really highlighted the asari karaoke.
Clam croquette, what's that like?
Apparently, it's amazing. Like a rich, creamy clam chowder almost, but inside a perfectly crispy fried shell.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds good.
And it connects back, clams to the nearby bay waters. It's literally a taste of the environment the town was built on. Also, look out for great yakitori shumai dumplings. Just follow your nose.
Good tip. And there's a specific day that's good to visit.
Yeah, the 10th of every month. They have the Bakaneichi, the super sale. Apparently, it's famous for crazy bargains and just a really fun community atmosphere.
Sounds like the heart of the neighborhood on display.
It really is. And, interestingly, just nearby, North Suna area has a connection to a pretty famous figure.
Oh.
John Mijuru, Nakahama Manjuru, the shipwrecked fisherman who ended up educated in America and became a key interpreter.
No way. He lived around here.
Yep, between about 1869 and 1880, while he was teaching English at what would become Tokyo University. So this seemingly local area was connected to these bigger historical currents, too.
Fascinating stuff. Okay, so we've covered the land, the commerce.
Yeah.
What about the spiritual side, the places that kind of anchor the community's values?
Right. Let's start with Insakuchi Temple. What's really interesting here is who's buried in the temple grounds.
Okay.
It's like a little local hall of fame, but for two very different kinds of Edo period working-class heroes.
Intriguing. Who are they?
First, you've got Yotoguruma Dahachi. He was a famous sumo wrestler.
Ah, okay. Big name.
Yeah, but famous partly for getting into a massive legendary brawl in 1805 called the Megumi no Kenka Wrestlers versus Firemen.
Oh.
It became famous, even got put into kabuki plays. So he represents that kind of physical prowess, maybe a bit of rebellious spirit.
Okay, the strong man. Who's the other guy?
Totally different. Matsumoto Kyushiro. He was the pioneer of something called sokusei saibai.
Forced cultivation.
Exactly. He figured out how to grow things like eggplants and cucumbers out of season using special techniques, specifically for the shogun. Pure agricultural innovation.
So a sumo brawler and a master gardener buried side by side.
Yep. It says a lot, doesn't it? The community honored both physical strength and a quiet, dedicated skill. Both were valued contributors.
That really paints a picture of the local spirit. What other sites are important?
Well, there's Tomigadoka Hachiman-gu Shrine. Historically, it was famous for its beautiful cherry blossoms. So famous, they ended up in Hiroshige's woodblock prints.
Wow, high praise.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And today, it has this really cool feature of Fujizuka.
An artificial Mount Fuji.
Exactly. Built with rocks and soil, meant to give people who couldn't make the real pilgrimage a way to symbolically climb Mount Fuji right there in their neighborhood.
That's wonderful. Community spirituality made accessible.
Mm-hmm. And the shrine also has the oldest mikoshi, the portable shrine used in festivals in all of Koto Ward, dates from 1813. It really grounds you in the long history of tradition here.
Okay, one more hidden gem, maybe something a bit more modern.
For sure. How about a public bathhouse? The Bunkayu Sentis.
A sentu. Okay.
It was founded in 1957, so post-war rebuilding era. But it's been heavily renovated. It really shows how the community keeps traditions alive, but updates them.
What makes it special?
Well, besides being nicely updated with things like an open-air bath, it has a a carbonated bath.
Carbonated, like fizzy water.
Yeah. These are often used in, like, health spas or for beauty treatments because the CO2 is supposed to be good for circulation. It gives this local sentis a bit of a fancier, almost hotel spa feel.
So even the bathhouse reflects that blend of tradition and making things better.
Exactly. It's Sunamachi in a nutshell. Maintain the core, but always improve, always adapt.
So pulling it all together, Sunamachi, it seems unassuming maybe, but it's this incredible mosaic. You've got Edo period grit, Meiji intellectual connections, massive post-war rebirth.
And it's all held together by a community that just refuses to give up, refuses to let its history or its way of life be washed away, literally or figuratively.
It really shows you that sometimes in a megacity like Tokyo, the deepest stories aren't in the tallest, newest towers?
Right. They're in these low-lying areas, places where people have had to fight the hardest against fire, against water, against bombs, just to build and keep their home.
So for you, our listener, this deep dive hopefully shows that to really grasp Tokyo's spirit, that relentless drive, you kind of need to visit a place like Sunamachi, a place that by rights maybe shouldn't even be there.
Hmm.
So next time you're near Minami Sunamachi Station, find that 7-ring pole we talked about, take a look, and just think about the sheer continuous effort for almost 400 years that it represents.
It's quite powerful when you see it.
Yeah. And here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about that name, Sunamachi Ginza. Is the real measure of a city's success found on the glitzy luxury shopping streets? Or is it maybe found in the genuine, bustling, hand-to-hand commerce of a place like this little Ginza, a place that simply refused to stay down?